Well, switching gears now, we got to send it over to Ebony, who's got more on the housing market and how quickly it can all change.
Yeah, you know, more than 1 in 3 Americans now say the economy is good. And with this in mind, you may be considering taking that leap of faith and buying your first home, or maybe you're going to move. Well, realtor David Parrish joins us now to tell us about how the housing market in Birmingham is doing. Welcome.
Thank you, Ebony.
And you say it's a seller's market right now.
It has moved to become a seller's market in most of the markets in the metro Birmingham area.
And that's because inventory is down?
Inventory is down to a 13-year low, Ebony.
Wow, because before, just a few years ago, it was like inventory everywhere, and everyone was worried.
2 years ago, we had 13,000 homes on the market. Today, we've got 9,000.
So is that good news?
That's very good news for sellers. It's a warning sign to buyers. There is not a lot to select from today. Good homes go quickly. I was working on a transaction yesterday. Multiple offers. I was representing the buyer, so that wasn't good news for that buyer, that their offer had to compete in price for an offer.
Wow. And so also at the same time, when you're looking at buying a house and giving these competing offers for such a small amount of inventory, those interest rates are going up, up, up.
That is very true. Last week they finished out around 4.25. Right now they've inched down just a hair. They're going to kind of go up and down a little bit, but they're definitely trending upward as the Fed starts to withdraw its support from mortgage-backed securities. So
we'll probably never see that 3.5% again, that the
not
record low?
Not likely. When we get down to 3 1/8, that's absolutely history. We're still, though, at very, very low interest rates. My father bought his first home in 1953 as a vet, and he paid 4 1/4.
Wow.
So we're still doing good.
Yeah.
But it's not the deals that we had. Those are gone.
And at the same time, the requirements are more stringent now to get those loans.
Absolutely. Getting through the underwriting process is a very difficult thing for folks. The guidelines for lending have changed tremendously. Back in 2003 to 2005, we had people doing what was called ninja loans. No income, no job, no assets. That no longer exists. In today's market, you have to prove yourself to be a credit-worthy buyer. The credit scores required to buy a home have gone up from a low of like 580 now to 640 for an FHA loan, which is the typical way that most home buyers will buy a home in today's market.
Okay. So with looking at how the market is now, there's a low inventory. Those interest rates are starting to go back up. Is this a permanent change, or are these temporary changes in the real estate market?
Well, that's a good question. What always drives the market is demand. Okay, then of course supply indicates where the price is going to go. We've had a period of pent-up demand because people were frightened. And because of that, a lot of people have put off those decisions. But life moves on, and people still need places to live. And people have now overcome that fear because the market has turned. And what we're seeing is a resurgence in the market, and the fact that if you look at the market historically, the real estate market, even in despite all the turmoil we've been in the last few years, has been a very positive market for consumers and will continue to be so. Everybody needs a home.
All right, and hopefully we'll see those property values go back up as well.
They're coming.
All right, people can get in touch with you at davidparrishrealtor.com and the number on your screen. Thanks so much for coming in this morning.
Thank you, Ebony.
Good information for families. All right, we're back in a moment, and we'll be out.